Alright, hello YouTube. This is my fourth time doing this recording tonight. Uh, just these last few clips with the voice. Let's see. The first time I did my recordings got screwed up. The second time, my mic was muted. The third time, the mic was swiveled up on top of my head. So here's the fourth time. So as you can see, this clip, I mean, just looking at my damage, I only have 2 hits. I only have 555 damage. Obviously, the first part of this replay was not worth watching. So, as you just saw, our E75 got taken out. So now it's 3 Artie versus a 30 with 742 health and an M12. So I'm going to go ahead and use the advantages that I do have in this position. 1, my first crew skill is camo. 2, I have a camo net. 3, Artie has a ridiculous spotting range. So I can pull up behind this bush and stand still, and even I can spot out far enough to spot him as he moves up that way. I can spot him if he tries moving towards the middle, and now I just have to rely on Morbid to hit him, which I'm pretty positive he will because Morbid's damn good in that S51. So, by using the advantages that I do have at that point, we're able to try, basically that right there clutched us this game. If we hadn't been able to do that, if we waited until the 30 rolled into us, there's more of a chance of stuff not going right. Because there, I had him spotted, Morbid had a shot. If he missed, I could turn, still get a shot off, and then run and relocate. So we didn't have to do it. Now the M41 gets a spot on the M12, and we're just trying to finish him off. I noob it up, aim too long. I should have moved it back, but whatever. Morbid finishes it off, so we get a decent game out of this. I actually had a little bit more damage because I hit the T30 for like 200 or 300 damage earlier in the game, but it didn't show up on my damage indicator. So, alright, so welcome back. We're just going to do this game really quickly in ×4 because the end's all I really care about. I mean, it was a decent enough game for me in this one, but I'm platooned with Tofu Smurfer. We had this game earlier today. I was in my Tier 5 French Artillery, and it was kind of fun. Nice little gym of a game. But so I'm just going to talk. I'm not really going to commentate on this game until we get to the end. I'm pretty sure y'all can watch the mini-map and see how we get into the position that we get into. And so if you notice the first couple of clips I did without any recording, I just thought they were kind of funny or some really decent shots in the case of those 2 Arties on, what is that, Mountain Pass? No, that's not Mountain Pass. Arctic region. So that's the reason why those little clips are in there. That E50M Ram was just ridiculous. The amount of damage I did to that bat chat was really fun. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is I don't know if you guys have seen the developers' comments about what they're planning on doing in 8.6, but they're planning on changing the way the formula for accuracy. So they're gonna make it so that your shells have a chance to land more spread out into your reticle instead of like right now. Don't quote me on this, but I think there's like a 25% chance that your shells are going to go to the outside of your reticles. You know, the actual edge of the circles. And so what they're hoping to do with this is make it more skill-based, that the player who can aim better is going to win, instead of so RNG. But at the same time, they're lowering, you know, they're lowering the accuracy, they're increasing the reload, and they're, you know, nerfing the view distance and stuff like that on the artillery. So the artillery is not actually going to get any stronger per se. It should be right about the same because they're increasing the reload and the accuracy, or decreasing the accuracy, which is going to even them out in the end because you know, they're going to be equal tiers now. It's no longer going to be, you know, like this tier 5 already in a tier 7 match. Yeah, that might happen, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna be a little more even with the matchmaker and stuff. So all right, so you guys saw how we got in this position here. I by paying attention to my mini map, I knew when it was time to bail and to move over, and I was able to get into a position now where I've got tofu in front of me, and I'm gonna move into some bushes here in a second. You'll see me take advantage again of my camo skill and my camo net. And then it's just patience is a virtue here. I'm in, hold it until my reticle gets as small as it's going to get on the move like that. Managed to track that T25/2, and as you'll see him comment, I hit his turret, so he wasn't able to turn towards tofu. I wasn't going to move no matter what. I figured if I get spotted, Artie's going to kill me. If I don't get spotted, I'm going to put myself in a bad position, and this SU-152 is going to get me. So I get a shot off on him there, and I knew that he didn't see me because as soon as I backed off, I dropped my spot on him. So he has no clue where I'm at the moment.
That was close.
If I hadn't splashed, that would have been a kill. So I'm out of shells, right? I'm out of shells at this point. And I'm just like, whatever. I typed to him, alright, I'm out of shells. GG. And I just start driving towards him. And then this happens. I'm like, oh, good. He missed. He doesn't deserve to kill me. So I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to side hug him. And then when I notice he's backing up in a circle like this, I'm like, great. I'm just going to side hug him and stay like this until the time runs out. There already has a couple of choices. They can try and kill me and kill him, or we can draw it. So I've actually been in a position like this before in my M7, and I got a kill on the TD by backing up and shooting before he did. But so there you go. I get my lucky medal. This is the very first one I've ever got. Probably gonna be the only one I get, but hey, cool. And then I get to draw this out, so they didn't get a win. Because let's face it, our team threw it away. It's not like, I mean, yeah, they kind of earned it, but whatever. So alright, last funny clip before I do a couple of real replays. So as you notice, I'm not moving. My landlord showed up. I had to pay my rent, so I'm outside giving him the check, talking to him, and the dude could talk. So while he's doing that, I'm just like sitting here, and I feel bad. And like finally, I managed to get away from him. And had I not been there, we would have won. So there we are. And I finally come back to the computer here. There, I see this KV1, almost full health. He misses. I turn to get the shot. He burns out. 3001P fucking whiffs it. You see the 3601 sneaking up, but he's going for the Crusader. So now I got a choice. I can sit here and wait for that 3601 to come, or I can rush this little SU-85. So I'm like, screw it. I'm going after this SU-85. And he makes a mistake here. He turns and tries to run. So I hold my shot until I'm sure I'm going to hit. And there it is. So I kind of feel bad about this because, I was AFK. They deserved this win. But, whatever. I finish it off. I get 4 kills, 1,300 damage, and win it for our team. So they are either thinking, wow, this guy is an incredible bot, or the dude was AFK and came back. It was AFK and came back. Alright, so like I said, we're going to go watch a couple of real replays now. Alright, welcome back. Sorry about all the, I hope you guys enjoyed those clips. Let me know. I thought it was, I've never had that amount of wonky, weird stuff happen, just the last 2 days while I've been playing. So I thought it was kind of cool to just go ahead and throw them up. So let me know if you enjoyed those little clips at the start. If not, whatever, I can pull them out. It's all just about you know, seeing what y'all enjoy. I enjoyed playing it, so I figured maybe you guys enjoyed seeing it. So in this replay, we're gonna do the AT-2, which is the Tier 5 British tank destroyer. Couple of things right off the bat: it's slow, great armor, great rate of fire, low alpha, lowish pin. In a Tier 5 match, the pin is just fine. In a Tier 6 or 7 match against heavies, you're gonna have issues. So I noticed that they had an M4 and an M3 down this line. So I'm sitting up here, I'm trying to destroy this stupid little white building because I know it's destructible. I don't know where those 2 shots went. But anyways, I finally get it. Now I've got shots on this M4. And you can see the excellent rate of fire on this. Look at that. 1001, 1002, 1003. Right about 3 seconds reload. So you can see the pin here is kind of low. I bounced a couple times off the lead in the same spot where I had just been shooting. But luckily enough, the armor is great and the rate of fire is great, so I'm able to keep up. So somebody in one of my earlier TD replays had asked what I thought about this TD, and I replied that I didn't know because I haven't played it enough. I think this is probably my 5th or 6th game in it. I still, I still can't quite say with any authority how I truly feel about this TD. I think the pin on it is underwhelming when you get into higher tier matches, but I love the rate of fire and I love the armor. So I know that I have to go up against an AT-2 here, and this is going to be, pretty ridiculous, both of our armor. So I switched to my APCR shells, and now it's not really going to work. So I tried to get a better angle on him, and he backs up, and I managed to track him in one of the most awkward positions for me because he was backing up. It spun him the other way, and I'm like, screw it. So I switched back to AP, and I'm just going to come over this way and look at that T-49. I was hoping he was going to charge around the corner at me, but he's sitting still. I see him. I'm not too worried about pushing around the corner. He's not going to pin me. So I managed to finish him off. And now I'm just waiting on my track, watching this AT-2. I see he's turning towards the PZ-4, so I'm like, great. If the PZ-4 can't kill him, I've got side shots or butt shots either way. The PZ-4 is firing a derp, and it looks like he splashed right in front of him and killed him there. So now I'm just hoping that our team gets the interrupt on this because, let's face it, I'm not going to make it on time even if I finish off this dude here in a second. But PZ-4 derps him, and there you go. So let's ×8 this to get over there because, let's face it, this thing is not very fast whatsoever. Even at ×8, it's taking me a while. So if you notice, I switched back to APCR because they have a Churchill 3 on the cap, and if I get into a position where I'm shooting at the front of him, I just rather have the reliable, a little bit more pin on the APCR than the regular AP shells. So I put a shot in the SU-85 because I figure, he's going to have the most cap points at that point because he was the first thing I saw there. So, again, I don't know about this TD. It's not my least favorite. It's definitely not one of my favorites. I'm just kind of indifferent about it. So I managed to finish it off with 1100 damage and 5 kills. Alright. So we're going to move on to an E50M replay that I've actually just finished playing this about an hour ago. It was really fun. Alright, welcome back. In this game I'm playing my E50M and Tofu is playing his T62. I'm just gonna say in this at the start here, I kind of leave Tofu out there to dry at one point during this match, and I'll point that out to you guys. I have no shame pointing out my mistakes. Have no problems, I guess, pointing out my mistakes. I make enough of them. That's why you hardly see. That's why every time I post a video, that's not my replays every time, just because You know, I'm overly aggressive. I know it. I can't fix it. It's just the it's just the way I am. Uh, so a lot of my replays end up with me derping out somewhere and dying. Um, it just so happens that, you know, sometimes I'm able to pull it off, or like in this case, I'm able to restrain myself. So in this case here, I noticed that the one of these mediums was kind of heading this way already. That one that was delit there, he was kind of turning this way. So I was going to sit here on the corner and just wait for him to come around and shoot him. But our IS-7 decides to push, so I'm like, well, I'm not just going to throw away a tier 10. And I decide to push up and support him. He starts backing up, so I don't want to get in his way. And basically it screwed me out of a shot because I could have pulled forward, shot, pulled back, reloaded, and then come back. But right here, I feel like we're even, and that we should have just backed off and allowed them to come to us. But the 704 and the IS-7 decided to keep pushing. I kind of want to put myself in a position to help this T-54 as well, in case they decide to push him pretty hard. But then I noticed they're coming around hard, and so we pull back forward to kind of help out. The stupid church right here is giving me hell with my camera. So, still keeping an eye back there. Just managed to track that M48. Tofu gets an unlucky fire. And here's what I was talking about. I should have pulled in front of him here, but I didn't. I should have taken a couple shots, and then with all four of them being so low, the two of us probably could have finished them off had I kind of played a bullet sponge there. But let's face it, this replay wouldn't be as fun if I had. So I'm kind of expecting them to push me, just because normal pubbies, they're gonna go, oh, we got him outnumbered, but they don't. So Tofu tells me I should push around the corner. I agree, so I go with him. And then it's just all about targeting out tier 10s. Everything up here is one-shottable. So I was going to shoot the Z50M, but at the last second I decided to shoot the M48 because she had a side to me and the E50M was kind of had its front towards me. And I didn't want to bounce in that situation and take more damage than I should have. So, and luckily I decided that because the T-54 shoots him in the butt and kills him. And that would have been a waste of a shot for me. So I noticed the T-92's fired. I come down here, I see 3 already, so I'm taking out 1. And then I just start juking. 261 gets a decent hit on me. So at this point I'm not really thinking that this game's gonna go too well. So I'm just gonna chase down Artie at this point. I know they're both on reload. I'm not too worried about getting shot. I know the T-92 has a longer reload, so I'm gonna ignore him for now and take out this 261. So now here, Tofu says I should ignore this T-92, and I agree with him. So you're gonna see that I start cutting. But what I do is I look that way. I'm gonna shoot once at him on the move. If I hit him, I hit him. If I don't, I don't. I got lucky with the hit. So now I'm like, all right. Well, the T-62's in the middle. Tofu says he's full health. So I'm like, damn it. All right. Well, I'm gonna go take out this IS-6, and hopefully they can deal with the T-62. Already managed to hit him before he died, so he's sitting pretty low on health. This car throws off my aim just enough that I miss, but I'm not too worried about an IS-6 taking me out, so. I see that the M40, M43 managed to take out the T-62. I don't feel like chasing a T-71 around the map, so I'm just going to sit myself right here. I have plenty of time to cap it out. And if he comes to me, then I can shoot him there. So. Um, I'm just gonna speed this up because I'm just sitting here. But I basically tell JT to take the shot if he has it. I don't care about the 8th kill. I just want the match to be over. So I notice the 271's moving up, and once it's right there, when I see him cut into the middle there, I go ahead and pull off. And right as I'm about to shoot, he gets the kill. So 3,100 damage, 7 kills. It was really fun. I really enjoyed playing that one. Sorry, Tofu, I let you die. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Go ahead and check out Psychic Goldfish Prods on YouTube. PPK posts up there every time he streams, and since he doesn't have a set schedule, I can't really give you a time. So if you like our Facebook page, every time he posts up that he's going to stream, it'll be there. Also, if you go to his Twitch channel and you follow him, it'll send you an email or a tweet every time he starts streaming. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed some of these wonky games I've had in the last 2 days. These have all been in the last 2 days, and it's just interesting to say the least. So I'll catch y'all later.